Hi friends, welcome to MTG. My name is Ken, and today we're back with some more Modern Horizons 3 cards. And today we're checking out the Sorin flipwalker, Sorin of House Markov. So super excited to do this one. It was like top of my list when the set was fully revealed, and I knew a couple people wanted to see kind of what we would do with the deck, so hopefully you enjoyed it. I kind of went for like an incremental, just gain a bunch of life and dome your opponent super hard, because that's what the backside of this card likes to do. But before we jump into the gameplay, I just want to remind you that interacting, leaving a like, commenting on videos, it does a lot. Helps with the algorithm, helps boost our spirits, and it goes a long way. So I just want to remind you, if you enjoy the content, let us know. And also, if there's anything you want to see myself or Ashley do, let us know. We love to kind of gauge and see what the audience likes, because we always want to try and, put out content that everyone enjoys. But without further ado, let's jump in to the gameplay. All right, we are starting off the day with a mirror match. This should be interesting. Let's see. Opening hand, I think it's pretty good. It goes first. Ooh. Let's go for the turn one, Ocelot. If they go for the commander next turn, we'll go for the Marauder and slow them down. Let's see what they do. They could also just destroy the Ocelot, which is kind of the right answer. Let's see. Yes, they're going for the Ocelot. Fair enough. We will go for a Mind Stone instead. See now if they go for the commander. Hopefully just one creature. We will see. Go for the farmhand. Alright. They're doing everything we don't want them to do currently. Oh no. Oh boy. Jankies. Okay. Yeah, we care less about that currently. So why don't we go for the Sorin and the Authority.
Only the best for House Markov.
We won the Sorin race. If they have a Curse Marauder, I'm gonna cry. Let's see if that's the case. Hi, Mario. Nope, they're going for their Sorin as well. Comes in tapped. We all gain life.
Coffers.
This is gonna be a long game. If we're both just gaining life, I'm a little worried. All right, so we can. Let's see, what can we do? We'll go for this. Blood Artist is good. We'll keep that on top. Let's swing in first. No blocks. Amazing. Let's go for the... Let's go here. We'll be able to deal with their farmhand. Now we have 2 life linkers on board. And if they don't play any more creatures, we do have the Curse Marauder, though. Life gain, it's probably filled with creatures. Sorry, my dog is being the most needy animal in the entire world. Pause. Yikes, command. Oh, jeez. Alright. Well, we both lost our commanders at least. That's fine, right? Sure. Let's go Smothering Dive. I mean, we have the pieces in hand to really kind of bring ourselves back into this game. I think we might just need to be patient. Mario, keep your head in. You're ruining the green screen illusion. Sit. Sit. Okay. He just... Jeez. Okay. We're good. Everything's good. Valkyrie Harbinger. That feels like something we could... See, that leaves us with 3 mana. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana total. We go 1, 2. Like fighting to get close to my mic now. All right, 2 blood arrows triggers. We're doing it. Mario, we're doing it. Oh, we did have the treasure. All right, so we had 6 mana. Ah, it's fine. Ooh, Invasion of Olvada. I don't think I've seen that one before. Turn target non-battle permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Hey, that's pretty good. I like that. Do we... 1, 2, 3, 4. We just go hyper aggressive. Yeah, let's keep the pressure. We're winning in the life game race, but let's see. What do you think? Oh, he looks salty.
Nips at our heels.
He's just tired. He's not mad. He gets upset anytime I start playing Infect. It's not Infect Mario, it's Poison. Or Toxic, it's different. Opponent maybe with a Reanimate. Let's see. I have something. Grim Tutor. Alright. Is it Massacre Worm? I bet it's Massacre Worm. I mean, that would be a good thing to tutor up for. All my little 1/1s. And then next turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. Maybe get Sorin out. We'll see. Opponent taking forever to decide. Okay. Opponent's decided. We do have 8 mana. So what the hey? We'll get everything out. Gain some life. What did they tutor for? Creature. Can't be that. I don't think. That doesn't feel like something you would tutor for. Alright, well. Let's see if this wins the game for us. We did it. We beat the Sorin. We beat the Sorin, Mario. All right. Well, GG's. All right. We are going up against the Heliod. So it's battle of life gains. All right. Sarah Ascendant's pretty good. Reprieve. Case. I dig it. I like what's going on here. Yes, we'll go here. Hopefully our next 2 lands won't be tap lands. We will see though. So this wants us to have 30 or more life. So the sooner we can get to that, the better. This target creature gets +1/+0. You gain a life. Well, this, funnily enough, gets us a little further from our 30 life, but it's fine. It's fine. We'll go for Sorin. Gain that life back. Back to 25. I would love to hit 30 with this. Obviously, this is way better in Commander because you start at 40. But I feel like it's not impossible to get to 30 life and have this be a 6/6 flying lifelink. Never notice that you don't get flying until it's a 6/6 though. That is important. In your upkeep, you gain 1 life. That's pretty good. That could go in here. Yeah, these are all just little life linkers. Okay. We can go for the Shattered Sanctum now. Well, we might as well get this out. So we can always... Do we extort now? We hold up the reprieve. We're gonna hold up the reprieve. I feel like that's the better option. We will swing. I guess in theory we could have flipped Sorin if we had extorted, but it'll be fine. I'm not worried. We will reprieve the Heliod. Slow them down a little bit. Prevent them from getting counters. Ooh, and we draw land. Not bad. Opponent up to 29. They're gaining life faster than we are. How dare they? Go planes. They're tapped. Oh. So if we go like this. Extort. Gain a life. Take the annoying bat. We swing out. We're at 29. We're almost at 30. And we can...
What am I?
For good measure, we'll hit you here. Take that.
Lead for me.
You can't just go for Heliod again. The question is, will they? Our Sarah is very close to being a 6/6. I feel like once we get to that point, we are looking good. Okay, so we go here. We you have 30 or more life. We will extort. Yeah, we got the 6/6. Ooh. See, it's possible. And we'll hit you for 8 damage.
Kneel before your betters.
Okay. Now I feel better. The deck is doing its thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They can fare well. If they play land. Ooh, Luminous Broodmoth. That is good. I love this card. I'd never play it. Like, not in a single deck. But, I just love it. And there's no reason I don't play it. It's one of those things where it's like, it just never seems to make it into a deck. Okay. Let's, okay. Now we're cooking with gas. All right.
But it's necessary work.
We'll go here. We don't want to dip too low in life.
I bring my
We will...
army.
Actually, let's attack first. Or not. So, yeah. I mean, we did good. We did good that game. GG's. Who are we up against? We're up against Jace, aka Ashiok, aka, but really it's just Jace, maybe, question mark. Opening hand, I'm going against mono blue. Let's go here, let's drop the Ascendant. Godless Shrine. So let's go for the temple, because I assume they're just going to try and counter something. I'll take a land on top. So, let's gain a life. have the swords up. Okay. That's fine. We will... That enter tapped. We'll attack again, I guess. Maybe we'll just slowly gain life incrementally until we hit 30, and then we start hitting them real hard. Let's see. Draw a card, discard. You can't cast this on your first, second, or third turn of the game. Makes it for an interesting commander. So they do go for Jace. Draw, discard. So we're going to get Lost Jace. Take that. Mono blue. They have 1 mana left. 2 mana left. Alright. Well, let's test the waters. They let that go by. Swing. And let's pass. We have the swords up. They can go for their commander again, though. They'd be pretty much tapped out. Okay. We're hitting our land drops, so that feels nice. 2 more turns. And we'll be there. Pass turn. I have to have something. 3 steps ahead. Okay. Drawing and discarding. I would love for us to hit 30 life before we attack. See if we can do that. Opponent at 5 mana. Passing the turn. Okay. Ooh, Blood Artists. What should we bait out? Should we bait it with the Voice of the Blessed? Should we bait it with our commander? Let's go for the Blood Artist. Let's see if they counter that. Memory lapse. Okay. That's 1 counter spell gone. Let's try this. Let's see. Do they have 2? Exclude. Counter creature spell. Draw a card. Alright. So we don't get to hit them for 30. How sad. But our creature is now a 6/6 lifelink flyer. So they could bounce it. I guess they can exile it. Blue has exile. Do this from your hand. Whenever this spell becomes kick. Draw, discard. Sell non-land card. Okay. Becomes plotted.
Another piece.
Maybe cast as a sorcery on... Okay. I think where the coast is pretty clear. Yeah, put on counter into a creature. Let's go for the... Let's go for Sorin. They could have the wash away. If they do, we'll go for the book instead. Okay.
These banquets are so wasteful.
So we gain 7. So hit you. Seek 2 cards. Target creature perpetually gets... Okay. That's fine. Sorin's still gonna flip. We're gonna hit the Jace.
I am a mere beast.
That's kind of annoying. We worked so hard to make it a 6/6. It's fine, I suppose. What does this do? No maximum hand size. So kind of lets you draw 2, and then if you don't like it, draw 2 again. It's pretty good. What is it normally? 3 mana? Alright, opponent finally decides to put that card back at the command zone. Okay. Still feeling pretty good. We've got our Planeswalker. I mean, they could have a River's Rebuke. It's always a possibility. Let's see. We're at 34 life. Trying again. Did they hit the Rebuke? Suspenseful. Time Warp. Alright, well, they're going to try and get the Rebuke one more time. Got another land down. Not often I feel like you have opponents that play multiple different basics. Alright, Kiora. Let's see, tap all non-permanents. Alright. We'll go for Heliod. Extort. No. Creature enters, we'll put a counter on you. 5/7. Love to see it. Guess we're gonna go on Ellis for it doesn't matter. We will let's see. Do that. That gains life. That gets us to a 5/8. We'll go for Ellis. Gain life. Put a counter on you. 6/8. Nice. We can deal damage. This will tap everything. So we're gonna swing 1, 2. Because we can. We're gonna get 8 life. Oh, right, I don't know why I was so afraid that that could reach and block us. I don't know. 8 life. As we were. Hit you in the face. Down to 3. Gain more life. Put more counters on. Come on, you. So our stuff gets tapped. It'll be fine. We're at 44 life. How many extra turn spells do you think they have? They would need a lot to kill us with this Kraken. Okay, they're going for the Seagate. No extra turns. So that gains control of a permanent. That could be bad. So we have to figure out a way to win next turn. I think we can maybe do it. I think that actually... We'll see. I could be wrong.
Curse this world!
That might have been our answer. And they opt using their last mana. Unless they... No, okay. My turn. We reprieve... Okay, so... Doing this nets us 1, 2 life. Or we swords. I think we got this. We gain 2.
Famine nips at our heels.
Target creature. It doesn't really matter. We'll choose you. Choose you for fun. We're gonna swords this angel. Yes, equal to its power. Gain life, put it on you. Post combat, we flip our Sorin. We hit you for 5 in the face. Yes! Alright. Yeah, I think them killing our I mean, maybe it would have mattered. Probably would have mattered. Anyways, that was a fun one. So, GG's. Okay, so today we are playing Sorin of House Markov. This is the Orzhov Flipwalker. I felt like there was somewhat amount of buzz, not near as much as some of the other ones like the Tamio. I feel like a Johnny also had a lot of buzz, but this one, I don't know, felt like it felt somewhere in the middle. But this is a 2-mana 1/4 Human Noble with Lifelink and Extort. At the beginning of your post-combat main phase, you gain 3 life or more this turn. You exile Sorin, return it transformed under his owner's control. And then the flip version, plus this creates a food, -1s, which is the most important ability. Sorin deals damage equal to the amount of life you gain this turn to any target. So creature, planeswalker, player, battle. That's kind of what we're building around. The -6, I've never used it. I usually don't try and build around the minus abilities, or I should say their ultimates, because you know this one's pretty, I guess, easy to get to, but I've never really even tried. So broken down, this is a shorter list, so this should be a shorter playthrough because it's, you know, a little predictable. I went for just incremental life gain. I wanted to get that life gain meter as high as possible, and then just blast my opponents to death with Sorin's ability. So first category is just things that gain you life. You know, your Johnny's Welcome, your where is it? Case of the Uneaten Feast, your Soul Warden, all things that just gain life when creatures enter the battlefield. You have the Sarah Ascendant that is better in 40 life commander, not as good in 20 life, but I've found this card crept up there pretty like frequently with this kind of deck. Ocelot Pride, brand new card. It's just so good. It's the best card in this deck, I think, personally. I mean, if you don't know what this card does, it's very good. I recommend you try it out, and it's definitely worth the wild card. Other things here, they're all pretty standard, like life gainy things. I don't think there's anything too outside the realm of what you would normally see. Aetherflux is kind of a fun little alt-wing con. Vein Ripper, I love that card. Here are the things that care about gaining a bunch of life. So we have a Johnny's Pridemate, Voice of the Blast, Amalia, Heliod, Resplendent Angel, Book of Exalted Deeds, and Valkyrie Harbinger all do similar effects. If you gain a certain amount of life, you get angels. Angels are very good. Gumdrop Poisoner, I think this might be a bit of an underrated card for this deck. It has the instant adventure for 1 black to create a food, but then when it enters the battlefield, it does a similar effect that Sorin does, where you essentially get to deal, in this case it's -X, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn, but it's just a fantastic removal piece, especially in those big flashy turns where you get like a huge amount of life gain. You can usually take out something pretty big with that. Will of Lost Dreams is fantastic. I find this better mid to late game. When you're just incrementally gaining life, you just got to keep drawing cards. Cerise, I didn't get to play around with this one too much. I don't feel like I drew into this really at all. But another thing that kind of, you know, benefits you, that and Saint Elendra, both alchemy cards that essentially want you to be gaining life. Bolas the Citadel, a fun little way to spend your life. And Crescent Sunmare, every time you gain life, you get a essentially 5/5 indestructible horse. Bitter Blossom, I probably could have slotted this in a different category. It felt like it kind of stood out on its own. I just liked it in this deck because, you know, you lose 1 life every time you create a fairy rogue, but usually that's supplemented with all the life gain. Plus, things like a Johnny's Welcome, all these things they just gain you life every time one of your fairies come in. Plus, having some flying blockers with a Planeswalker commander, it's always a good thing. Here's my card draw category. Nothing too noteworthy in here. Pretty typical things. I like these two because usually the downside of losing all that life is mitigated because you're gaining so much. And then Mangara, you know, Mangara's good. I like Mangara. Here I have the protection-y counterspell stuff. I finally unlocked Mana Tithe with a wild card, and oh my god, it's really fun to play. It's, you know, nobody ever expects a Mana Tithe, so sometimes you get people pretty good with that, but it's kind of a silly card. Here are my kind of pay into X to gain X life. Heliod's Intervention is fantastic, especially the late game. You draw into it. If you have the Sorin Planeswalker out, it's like an instant win. Even if you have this Sorin out, because it flips the same turn, so you can activate it when it flips. Super good. White Sun's Twilight. In like testing this deck, I won with like poison counters, which is kind of funny. I wasn't expecting that, but just it's good to gain like a big lump sum of life to kind of hit your opponent for lethal. these are kind of my rampy mana rock spells. Claim Jumper, I think is really good, especially in arena, especially facing a lot of green decks. I more often than not get to search up 2 lands, any planes as well. So you get your Triomes or your Shocks. In this case, it'd be Shocks. I've been really liking it. Last category, just kind of my removal package. Nothing of note really here. It's all typical. I will note, I didn't really read this properly. So it exiles a permanent, which is still really good. You may cast it for as long as it remains exiled. You may spend colorless mana as those mana of any color to cast that spell. So if you have like, you know, all colored mana and the card is outside your color, it has to be a colorless mana source to tap for any color. It doesn't say you can spend any mana to cast it. I kind of got that conflated, but it's still, I think, probably maybe worth running. Just depends what your mana base looks like. But yeah, that's the deck. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I know this one will be probably played a lot just because if you unlocked the kind of the pre-order bundle, it came with it. So a lot of people will have this card available. I might want to give it a try. A lot of these life gain cards I felt like came in like the starter deck when you first would sign up for arena, like these kind of cards. So, you know, hopefully people enjoy it, and I hope you enjoy it. But for now, that's all I got. So I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.